Hi there, I'm Genevie and I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date is October 1st of 2014. I've been sober for about almost 8 years. And here's a little bit about my story. So I grew up in Miami, Florida. I went to Catholic school for 14 years, and my upbringing was I wouldn't complain about it. I didn't have a lot that I could complain about in my childhood. There was some typical Cuban dysfunction in my family and, stuff like that, but nothing really, as far as my family goes, that was super traumatic. I was very blessed in that way, and I'm very privileged for that. When I was a child, I really struggled with ADHD. I got diagnosed at 10, and even before that, I struggled with it, and also anxiety. I got diagnosed with anxiety around the time I got diagnosed with ADHD. And the reason why that relates to my alcoholism is, for me, the feeling different aspect of growing up kind of sank in when that started happening. And I was put into different special education programs within my school, and I would be separated from the rest of the class, and I just felt different. I even had a nickname as Snail Jenny at the time because I was slow. And it's funny because I actually have a snail tattoo today to embrace my neurodivergence. Anyways, so growing up was a little hard academically, and I kind of always, just felt different, and finally found some friends. I really struggled with friends, and around elementary school, I started making some, and those are the people that kind of introduced me to alcohol and also other substances that I won't mention because this is Alcoholics Anonymous. So when I was first introduced to alcohol, I did not like it. I did not even get drunk. I thought it was disgusting. I drank school vodka. It's the cheapest vodka that you could get at the liquor store, and it tastes like rubbing alcohol. And I was like, why do people do this? So I ended up not drinking for a while after that. However, I was introduced to other substances after that. I got into a relationship where I was using a specific substance for a while with them, and this relationship was very toxic. I was 15 years old. It was very toxic, got introduced to a lot of stuff. My disease progressed a lot. High school was very hard for me. I was a mess. I almost got expelled. I was drug tested up until graduation and barely made it through high school, barely graduated. Went to college in Orlando, Florida. I lived there for 2 years, went to Valencia College, but lived on UCF grounds. So I was basically, just doing the college student life. I DJ'd, I bartended, I was super into the nightlife there and loved it. And that's where my disease really took off. By the age of 21, I was absolutely miserable. I hated my life. I hated myself. I was just disgusted with who I was as a person. And I started to become very depressed. By this point, I had overdosed, been to the hospital, gotten arrested for underage drinking, but I had no idea what was happening, and I really didn't understand what alcoholism was. I didn't know what AA was, so I ended up reaching out to a friend that I knew went to rehab, and she was like, you should consider treatment. So I started treatment, and then I was introduced to AA. And up to my sobriety date, October 1st, 2014. I've been sober ever since. I am super blessed today. I think that if I hadn't found AA, I would not be here on this earth. Life isn't perfect today, but it's so worth it to me to move through and it can be very hard to deal with life on life's terms. However, I'm given the tools every single day, they're from my choosing, to use these tools every single day. And I really do have a life today that is way more than I could have ever dreamed of. I don't know. I'm just happy to be here, happy to be of service. And thank you for letting me share.